everyone. This is Plague Doctor here on the VRML Network channel, here with the Breachers VRML Season 4, Week 4. We're already a third of the way through the season, folks. It's flown by for me. January and February flown by. We're in March now, and already Week 4, we're nearly into April. It's flown by for me. I hope you all have been having as much fun as I have covering these games, covering all of the happenings throughout the season. It's been really fun to interact with all these teams and to get this casting done, and especially to do it with all of you. Today, we're getting into an exciting matchup here between Realm 1 NA and SunsetRavens NA. These two teams have been playing quite a bit so far throughout the season, 5 games each. Record 3-2 on Realm 1, 3 wins, 2 losses. Record on SunsetRavens NA, 2-3, 2 wins, 3 losses. Opposites, they have some common maps here. Ship has been by far Realm 1 NA's best map at a 64% round win rate. Meanwhile, SunsetRavens, their best map has been Hideout. Looking at the map bans for these two teams, we have Mall being banned, which both teams have actually not played. Only Realm 1 NA has played Mall, and unfortunately they did. I think they took a few rounds, 46% win rate, not fantastic. The other ban is going to be Hideout, one of SunsetRavens NA's best maps, and one of Realm 1 NA's worst. So, it seems like a good ban for them, and it means we'll see a good mix-up of maps. I'm excited to see what it's going to turn out to be. I want to see some good utility from these teams. I've been harping on this on every match that I've been watching, but it's so important for teams to make use of all of their utility, to make use of everything that they can to gain an edge over their opponent. And we've saw that with the matchup Invict versus I believe Valiance. They had some fantastic grenades that were really putting out a good showing for their team, some incendiaries, some frags, and everything in between. For now, we will be getting into our first map of the game with Arctic. Arctic is one of those maps that can go either direction. It's an exciting first map to take for a lot of reasons, but especially because it's really a primer map, I would say. You don't have a fantastic idea of who is going to be where, who is going to be doing what, and especially it gives you a fantastic view at how the offense and defense is going to work for both of these teams. We have SunsetRavens starting on defense, Realm 1 NA starting on offense. A good amount of utility coming out from both sides, an incendiary and a frag from SunsetRavens NA. Realm 1, meanwhile, going for actually a Taurus, as well as a frag. The Moonjay AFK, but hopefully we'll buy a gun soon. They look to be doing a standard push onto this hallway outside B point. It's been the meta push for a lot of teams, and something that has worked out for quite a few teams as long as they are persistent with it. They do have a quick drone coming in. They have a good amount of utility now, with an incendiary and a frag, as well as a breach info to be able to blow open that very important wall. For Realm 1, we have D-Moonjay, Punisher, Shadow, Splash, and don't forget YT. Meanwhile, SunsetRavens NA fielding McLovin Cyber, McLovin Tux, Iced Over, It's Os, and Clubber. Iced Over getting an early pick with an S-tier frag onto the Moonjay. Wall is foamed. Iced Over takes out Shadow as well, sitting on a 2K. It's Os takes out Punisher as McLovin Cyber gets a TK onto It's Os accidentally to their teammate. A 2v3 for Realm 1 NA, not unheard of for them to get this off, but it's going to be rough. Now Splash is down to a 1v3. SunsetRavens has one full health player, not two full health player, but they are holding an incendiary, which is going to be an important piece of utility to deny the plant if Splash plans on trying to push in. EMP's on the other side of the wall breach, and McLovin Cyber takes out Splash, securing round 1 for SunsetRavens, giving them a strong start to their defensive rounds on Arctic. Looking at the scoreboard, No 3Ks, but a good spread of kills from SunsetRavens. Almost a team ace if Plebra had gotten a kill. Would have been interesting to see, but they were denied. Realm 1 looking to, collect the broken pieces of their offense on that last one. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to get that push off on the meta push. It seems they'll be re-attempting it here on the top floor. Iced Over seems to be going for a flank on these SunsetRavens players. They are ready to push in on Realm 1. Holding down 3 SMGs is a great move rather than trying to either just go straight for pistols or hero buy on everything. A good spread of economy is going to be very important for these teams to hold down in order to get off these rounds. We have some great utility over on SunsetRavens. 2 incendiaries, 2 frags, ready to get down anything they can. Don't forget YT sitting outside this window. Iced Over ready and waiting in case anyone tries to push in. Don't forget YT peeking in. Iced Over ready on the window, trying to peek through. Gets a hit off on Don't Forget, but Don't Forget gets the kill. Heading into Green Hallway. Green Hallway is actually surprisingly empty for these players. McLovin Tux does get some wall bangs. However, Ites Os gets taken down. Trying to capitalize off this roamer. Shadow immediately blows the wall. McLovin Cyber is inside the point along with Plubra, trying to throw forward any utility they can. A 4v3 favoring Realm 1 and A. Throwing a lot of utility out, trying to even up the numbers. They just can't get it off. A very early incendiary from McLovin Cyber. Realm 1 and A can just wait that out. Still a minute 40 on the clock. Realm 1 and A has plenty of time to alter their strategies, decide what they want to do, maybe pull off a cheeky rotate. McLovin Tux rotating around towards A. Plubra and McLovin Cyber still staying in the point. Wall is going to be phoned at McLovin Cyber's back. He does get it open. Shadow takes out McLovin Cyber. Plubra does get peeked out by Shadow, but does not get the kill. Plubra gets taken out by Shadow. Shadow pushes forward, trying to take out McLovin Tux, and gets it off. A quick 2K from Shadow to end off the round. A fantastic plant, nearly a flawless from Realm 1 NA. They do even up the numbers. Fantastic play there from Realm 1 NA. They knew they had plenty of time. Cyber tried to throw that incendiary down in order to prevent a plant. However, Realm 1 NA wasn't even thinking about planting at that point. It was really just a waste of time. Those incendiaries after the debuff only last 10 seconds rather than 15. That's an eternity of time. And it really makes it so that you can't stop people from planting for as long. An incendiary would have lasted quite a bit longer in the past. Realm 1 and A looking to move up towards the meta push, looking a bit more confident, holding down a Cadillo, 2 Omens, and a Vezin. Meanwhile, SunsetRavens holding down 2 Vezins, 3 SMGs, trying to get any defense off they can. McLovin Tux ready on the roam, ready to cover anything they can. Realm 1 confidently going for the meta push. It's Tux may try to get a push denial off if he can get up the stairs without getting droned out. I do not see a drone from Realm 1 and A. Now they do have a drone coming in. Live droning out. It's Os. He does push back so he does not get taken out by an SMG. Does get incendiaried. Will Tux push forward fast enough? Does he get taken out? Iced Over takes out Shadow with a Vezin. Itzos also takes out It's Moonjay, now pushing forward. Punisher does get the kill on Iced Over, evening up the numbers just a little bit. However, SunsetRavens is still very ahead. It's Tux coming up. Don't forget YT not checking the flank. Splash gets taken out by It's Love and Tux, as well as don't forget YT getting taken out now. And it's just Punisher who gets taken out by Tux on the 3K. Tux, a cheeky roam. Realm 1 and A not checking their flank it just really did not work out for them. You need to have a flank guard on Arctic, especially on that floor. It's so easy for a player to come up the stairs. After the Arctic rework, it's especially important to check your flank because you can get flanked from 2 sides. Before the Arctic rework, I don't know if some people remember, there was a staircase in the back of that room. There's a staircase on the floor below, right where this wall is. There's a staircase down to the point downstairs. where people could flank you relatively easily. Now, you can get flanked from both that vent and the stairs on the other side. SunsetRavens looking a little better with their economy. However, they haven't pulled forward too much. Realm 1 can still stop the snowball if they work hard enough on it. McLovin Cyber still holding down a Viper. Meanwhile, McLovin Tux iced over, Itzos, and Plubra all taking a Vezin, trying to secure their win on this next round, which will get them very well for economy. Itzos pushing back towards Cafeteria. McLovin Tux ready on Green Hallway. Cyber also on Green Hallway, ready with a nade. Primes the nade, does not throw it out just yet until he sees a player, throws the nade, will get some hits. Itzos ready on the refrag, does shoot out the drone. A smoke in Green Hallway will allow Shadow to push up a bit more, standing a fantastic lineup with that smoke, able to push over. Shadow pushes out and claims a Vezin for himself. That's a fantastic pickup for Realm 1. Itzos does get shot a little bit, but barely gets missed. Cyber gets pushed in on. Cyber immediately seeing his teammate get taken out by Shadow, trying to get the refrag. He is holding on to a Viper. He doesn't have the best weapon to hold down this point, unfortunately. Green Hallway is secured by Realm 1. They're looking to push in as soon as they can. Plubra holding down the point. McLovin Cyber with him. Shadow baiting out the trips. A errant prox just does not get put down. Itzos looking to flank on Green Hallway. Might work out if Realm 1 again does not check their flank. Hopefully they do. Punisher is ready to plant. McLovin takes out Splash with a fantastic Vezin shot. Itzos here on the flank. Does get seen. But they do get the kill, even if the number is just a little bit. A 3v2 favoring Realm 1. However, they don't have EMP down. 50 seconds remaining. Shadow is going to open the wall up, which will allow a great sightline onto Plubra. Shadow tries to get a cheeky kill off, just barely cannot. Plubra ready on the wall. Now Punisher looking to push through, knowing he can because of that wall opening. But Cyber peeks out and gets the kill. Plubra takes out Shadow. Now it's just D-Moonjay versus Plubra. Plubra knows exactly where D-Moonjay is. He has that advantage and crouches around and takes him out, allowing them to take this round. SunsetRavens is set up very well so far. They've now nearly gotten the lockout against Realm 1 NA. If Realm 1 cannot claim a couple more rounds, they're going to go into the switch on a point deficit, which is rough for any team, but especially heading into defense on Arctic, it's not a great situation to be in. Realm 1 passing the EMP off to each other. Not quite sure who wants to take it. They are going to go for a soft buy. They cannot quite get a rifle for, don't forget, they have to settle for an Omen. Critical round to be down a rifle, because this is not the full buy round, so if you don't get this round, you're just going to be handicapping yourself for the next. Meanwhile, SunsetRavens going for a full buy, buying pretty far into this. If they can get the round up, it'll work out very well, but if they don't, Iced Over and Itzos might not be able to afford a rifle on the buy round. McLovin Tux ready on this hallway, barely gets away before that gets opened up. Tux, I believe, ready and waiting with that Vezin to peek out if he can. Realm 1 very cautiously looking to push in. They are droning in. Tux is most likely going to be seen if they're not careful. Tux gets seen, wisely pushes back towards the point, almost gets picked out by Shadow, but just barely gets missed. And pre-nade is nearly going to take out Tux, but he does notice it and push back fast enough. Shadow sets off a prox, pushing towards the point. Cyber and Tux both taking some damage from these wallbangs. Itzos ready on the vent, peeking out. D-Moonjay gets taken out by Os. Os also takes out, don't forget, is able to push back and stim up. A fantastic flank from Itzos, now separating these players. A fantastic nade. Splash takes out Iced Over while he tries to push out of the door blocker. Splash also sending off an incendiary, but does get wallbanged by Itzos. Now a 2v4. SunsetRavens has themselves set up extremely well for these rounds. Now, 2 Vezins on Realm 1. All Vezins and Maruis. SunsetRavens getting confident, pushing out. Itzos gets taken out by Punisher. A bit of an aggressive push by Itzos does not pay off. Tuck's ready on the vent, trying to push through. Does see one with Cloak, but does not get the kill. Realm 1 and A might be going for a save. Might be a smart play to go for a save. Maybe they're actually going for the hatch. Wall is blown, hatch is blown. They drop through the hatch, ready to push in. Is this a good idea? They have one behind bomb. Shadow pushes straight in the point, gets taken out by McLovin. Now it's just Punisher, who's stuck by the door blocker. I almost would have gone for a save. Punisher has $0 and gets taken out by McLovin Cyber. Realm 1 in a dangerous spot for their team. This is not where you want to be. This is really not where you want to be as a team. Down 3 rounds, has the potential to be down 4. They can't get all rifles, as Punisher is a just really sad $250 short. If he had maybe foregone some utility that last round, he could afford a rifle, but unfortunately he can only get an Arel. Meanwhile, the rest of his team goes for Bezins and Ruiz. Realm 1 and A in a dangerous spot against SunsetRavens, especially with that full buy. They have quite a bit of utility, quite a bit of rifles to work with. It's going to take some work from Realm 1, and I'm worried. It looks like they might be going for a hot breach, a hot hatch drop, which has me worried. We haven't seen these work out really too often. Tux, I feel, looks to be covering this as well. 4 Realm 1 players formed up on the roof hatch. Tux pushing forward towards the shower. I'm worried about this push. They do push up to the roof. They do drop in. However, it doesn't look like they're doing hatch. Doing an interesting roof to dropping down. Iced over still upstairs. Realm 1 going for a lot of very careful corner bangs, trying to get any hits they can. They don't get any hits off. Iced over is upstairs on Jim, just in case. They're going to be pushing upstairs onto the hatch, but they don't quite get over. Realm 1 running down the clock a little bit. Already 30 seconds down. They haven't gone into the building. Now Shadows in the building, pushing up, just making sure there's no flankers. Itzos does get live pinged, trying to get any hits off he can. Iced over. Now full out running upstairs, thinking maybe someone's pushing him because of the drone. Now crouching over, but these Realm 1 players 100% know someone's on stairs because of that running, but maybe not. Itzos takes out D-Moonjay. Splash ready on the wall. Iced over, pushing down uncontested on the stairs. Hopefully Realm 1 checks their back. They do, but Iced over gets a kill before they quite do. These SunsetRavens players were sitting there talking and losing a player. Now a 3v2 favoring Realm 1. Could Realm 1 turn this around? Wall is blown. Clubra not quite sure where to take cover. Punisher looks to push in. However, Itzos is waiting on the wall breach. Takes out Punisher. McLovin takes out Punisher with some trips. Don't forget, gets taken out by Itzos. Nearly gets refragged by Shadow, but Shadow is now alone, trying to take out 2 of these SunsetRavens players. They know pretty much exactly where he is. They aren't going to be pushing out. Itzos now outside in the hallway is a dangerous situation for Shadow to be in. He's getting pushed by both Plubra and Itzos. They know exactly where he is, basically. Trying to get any wall bangs off, any blind fires. However, Itzos takes out Shadow. Rough situation for Realm 1 to get out of. 5-1 lead for SunsetRavens. They're favored in this matchup so far. We'll see if they can get this off. Realm 1 and A, not in an unwinnable situation. 1-5, they can get some rounds in a row. I'd be interested to see if they can. It'll be interesting to see what they plan to do. Realm 1 and A needs to collect themselves. Maybe just get some better team play down. I've been seeing them getting singled out typically on some peaks. They, peak 1 person, 2 person at a time, get taken out by an aggressive push from SunsetRavens. They may benefit from more team play over on the offense side. Now on defense, it's a better situation to be in for their play style. Top floor on Arctic, not too bad. I'm a bit worried by there being 3 players in kitchen. Almost 4 if D-Moonjay doesn't push back into point. A lot of roamers for Realm 1. SunsetRavens going for Bit of an aggressive push. They're ready over on Theater and on Kitchen. Iced Over, ready to push in. Shadow is directly beside it. Don't forget, takes out Iced Over on the window. Plebra trying to get any picks he can, just can't really see anyone. SunsetRavens already down a player is not fantastic, especially onto the Kitchen window. Very avoidable death. Punisher gets taken out by Plebra from the window, now feeling confident to push in. They don't know there are still 3 players in that one spot. And Incendiary being used to block off the push. Bit of, I don't know, a bit of a waste of an Incendiary, especially on pistol round. Splash pushing into Green Hallway. Nearly is taken out by McLovin, but does a fantastic play space to get back inside. Don't forget, ready on Green Hallway. Wall. He's about to be blown. Dimunje throwing an Incendiary again. A little bit early. Don't forget, is seen by these Realm 1 players. Sorry, by these SunsetRavens players. It's O's pushing straight up aggressively. Does not get the kill. Don't forget, doing some great blind fires. Shadow taking out Plebra. Now it's just McLovin against these 2 Realm 1 players. Ready on... Oh, ready on Jim, but Shadow, fantastic play space to take out Tux. Realm 1 claims their 2nd round on Arctic. SunsetRavens loses pistol round. Very important round. However, this next round is still incredibly important. This is where Realm 1 can really start running away economy-wise. If SunsetRavens doesn't put a stop to their momentum, Realm 1 can start getting rifles the next round, start getting even Arils or Cadillos is a huge step in the economy, and SunsetRavens would be behind because we're seeing them buy Omens, we're seeing them buy Vipers. They're going down to below $1,000. Meanwhile, Realm 1 is sitting pretty at least $1,000 each, almost at least a $2,000 each if there wasn't an Omen buy. It's going to be rough for SunsetRavens to catch up if they do lose this round. It's not unheard of, but Realm 1 is getting this back little by little as long as they can claim this round. Double drone from It's Os, not much utility otherwise. I want to see more utility here, but maybe SunsetRavens has a good plan with these double drones. They don't really have any throwables, only a breaching foam and drones. Realm 1 is on a pretty point central playstyle. Shadow is ready on the back room. No one on the downstairs room. Shadow is ready on the vent. Don't forget YT also with him. It might be a mistake to peek this if they do. Don't forget YT is ready on the back room. 4-person push from this one angle. Meanwhile, Iced Over is actually on the stairs on the back of A, ready to push in as soon as they get the drop on these players. 2nd drone coming out. Don't forget YT might get droned out, might not. Shadow is ready to take out the drone immediately as soon as he tries to go past. He does. And don't forget YT is going to be clear if he tries to push out. McLovin Tux does nearly get naded. I don't know how that didn't kill him. That was a crazy good luck. 4 health left. Plebra takes out Splashes. Shadow takes out McLovin. Great Incendiary is going to take out 2 players. Shadow gets the frag as well. Now it is just Iced Over against 4 of these Realm 1 players. Just Iced Over, holding a Spectral, trying to get any picks he can. They don't know where he is. They have an assumption, and Dimunje takes out Iced Over. Realm 1, almost a flawless if they hadn't lost Splash. Don't want to say it, but SunsetRavens might be losing a few rounds here. They might even it up if they're not careful. I want to take a look at that Incendiary again. A beautiful Incendiary from in the back room immediately takes out the player with EMP and takes out one other with a fantastic Omen shot. Fantastic job from these Realm 1 players, not getting demotivated. It's very easy if you're down 4 to get demotivated, to get, just really down in the dumps when it comes to your mental. But they seem to have really recovered very well, and that's fantastic to see. On Arctic, bottom floor, I'm curious to see what SunsetRavens push is going to look like. I'm guessing it's going to be a meta push onto the B hallway. I saw them a little bit on Red Room, but it looks like they're going to be pushing back. Shadow ready with a Vezin. SunsetRavens going into this with a full buy as much as they can. You know, they're trying to preserve any lead they have. Going for the meta push, droning in immediately. No one on Red Room. They're droning the top stairs before they go in. A good idea. Itzos seems to be the dedicated droner for these players. No utility on the store. Maybe a bit of a, I don't know, a misplay for Realm 1. Obviously, utility is not, you know, full on just needed on that door, but it's a great idea to have utility. SunsetRavens now down one drone, able to send a second drone in to check the point. Shadow pushing through the smokes. Iced Over takes out Shadow through the smoke, ready to push in as well. Bit of an unlucky play from Shadow to get taken out by another player in the smoke, but that's how it happens. Iced Over does get naded, but does not get taken out. They're lucky they took out Shadow, as he did have an Uricon that would have done a great amount of damage to all their players. Plubra on a dedicated flank watch that is great to see. McLovin Tux sending out a nade into the back of the point. Will take Dimunje down to about half, but he does have an incendiary to reply with. Don't forget, YT takes out McLovin Tux. I believe all 4 incendiaries from the 2 teams on this one spot. I believe it was 3, actually. That was a lot of utility to dump immediately. Realm 1 has no throwables to deny the plant. They're going to have to do it manually now. Itzos is ready on the plant. Splash takes out McLovin. Now a 3v3. Itzos going to plant. Wall is not open. Yep, Itzos nearly gets taken out, but don't forget YT gets stuck in the box a little bit. What is the plan for the SunsetRavens players? EMP is going down. Splash pushes up. Blind fires out. Itzos. Suddenly a bad situation for SunsetRavens. Down a player. SunsetRavens does not have a lot of health to work with. They're pushing straight in the point with the Vezin, as well as an Omen. Dimunje gets taken out. EMP is now done. Iced Over takes out Splash. But don't forget YT gets the kill on Iced Over. Don't forget YT going for the defuse. He didn't fake. He got one off. Plubra, I think, is calling his bluff. He's getting one at a time. Plubra, bit of a misplay from Plubra. He just let him get the defuse off. What? Well, I'm a little bit flabbergasted with that. I'm a little bit confused why he let him get that defuse off. You heard him start it 3 times. You heard him push out a little. I guess he assumed he was just faking all of those times, but it's a dangerous assumption. You have to at least try to wallbang. You have an Omen, you can get some good damage off. You can at least scare him off the defuse. However, I guess he just was hoping that he wasn't going to defuse. SunsetRavens now, it's rough. Realm 1 has a great baseline for their economy right now. They're 1 round off from tying it up. SunsetRavens does have almost a full buy with McLovin Cyber basically just a little bit short. I don't know, it just felt like a big misplay from SunsetRavens to not push that EMP. Regardless, we're getting into the next round. See if they can pick up the pace. Shadow is ready below along with Punisher in the gym. We're hearing these repels. Hatch is opened. I think information denial for Realm 1 will be very important. If they can shoot the drone before it gets any information, it would be extremely useful. They know SunsetRavens hasn't really been pushing in with the drone. So if you can deny both of these drones, it's going to be incredibly important. Now McLovin pushing in onto Kitchen. Iced Over as well as Plubra pushing in. Iced Over now pushing up. Does get blind fired by these players. Plubra takes a little bit of damage. That frag. Don't forget YT nearly gets pushed in on Green Hallway. Ready and waiting on this peak. McLovin ready on it, but gets taken out. EMP is now dropped it, so tries to get the refrag, but can't get it off. That's 1 Vezin down for SunsetRavens. A unfortunate loss for them. Punisher ready with an incendiary. Splash takes out Itzos on the back hallway. That's EMP down again. Going for an A rotate did not work out. For the SunsetRavens players, don't forget YT trying to capitalize off it. Pushes up. They know they have EMP. Iced over, takes out DMoonJ. But they're now getting flanked by Shadow. McLovin takes out Punisher. Shadow needs to push up on that flank if he wants to help his team. EMP is incendiary. A bit of an early incendiary from Don't Forget YT. Could have still got peeked out. Shadow ready on the flank. Will SunsetRavens check their flank? They don't. Shadow takes out Plubra. Iced over is inside the A point. McLovin takes out Shadow. 2v2. Now they have EMP. Will Realm 1 go around and cover the other point? They really don't. EMP's going down. McLovin does not get taken out just yet. He throws out an incendiary to block off the defuse for 10 seconds. Both these players push straight through. They stem up. Don't forget YT faking the defuse. Splash crouching by. Does get shot a little, but don't forget YT is pushing out. Gets taken out by McLovin Cyber. Splash can't get this defuse off. And McLovin Cyber clutches this up. Well done to him, clutching it up for his team. Suddenly, SunsetRavens NA 1 round away from winning this map. It's been an exciting matchup so far. We've seen some misplays from both sides. I feel like Realm 1, they really should have been sticking closer to connector. It took them so long to rotate over from A to B that they just gave SunsetRavens full reign inside the other point. They were able to get the plant down. A great kill onto the players trying to cover over on Iced Over, but it wasn't enough as they let they let Cyber get a fantastic peek and a fantastic kill from Jim. Now a full buy, actually no full buy on either sides, as Punisher does not have enough money for a full buy. Very patchwork economy over on SunsetRavens. You have 2 Vezins, a Taurus, and 2 Omens. It's very interesting, especially for being 6-4. You'd think they'd have a better economy, but these teams have really been trading rounds back and forth. 3 rounds in a row is very commendable for round 1. Now SunsetRavens does have a round up. Splash goes for a very early info peek. Does not work out, but he doesn't get down any health. Does take out the drone as well. Fantastic information. Abe goes straight to the back hallway. Does not take out these players. B wall is about to be blown immediately. SunsetRavens going for a very quick push. Iced over. Gets hit quite a bit. There's no drone into this point, so if they try to rush in and plant, they are going to be met by a trip mine immediately. A Taurus from Itzos is an interesting decision. He needs to be a little bit closer if he wants to get some good kills in. No flank watch. Now they do check the flank. No flankers from Realm 1. Probably a good idea to consolidate their defenses. Very wall central defense. Running out of a lot of ammo, I would say. Wall is opened up. McLovin Cyber tries to push in. Shadow takes down McLovin Cyber through smoke and a wall with a headshot. A lot of icons. DMoonJ takes out Iced Over. Itzos trying to get a peek in with that Taurus. Just barely can't, but now does pick up a Vezin on the back hallway. Shadow is actually waiting in the smoke, trying to get a peek off if he can. McLovin Tux waiting, does not know Shadow's there. Shadow peeks out, takes out McLovin Tux. Can't take out Plubra as Plubra takes out Shadow. It is a 2v4 favoring Realm 1 NA. They might get this round off, but SunsetRavens can't be counted out just yet. They can still get this off. Plubra does get a headshot on DMoonJ, a headshot. Pushing around to the other wall, Itzos tries to get a peek off, might get flanked out here, and gets flanked out by Don't Forget YT. Now it's just Plubra picking up a Vezin and 2 incendiaries. Might be going for a save. Probably a good idea. Taking a look at the scoreboard, 10-7 from McLovin Cyber, a very commendable score. 12-7, nearly a 2.0 KD from Don't Forget YT. 14-8 from Shadow, also near their 2.0 KD. You know, it's very commendable that they have these scores at this late in the game. You know, round 11 out of 12, nearly finishing up the game, still on a 2.0. Very well done. It's gotta hurt for SunsetRavens. They had such a lead, and now Round 1 NA is 1 round away from securing themselves OT, which would even up the odds quite a bit. And looking at the scores, right now, SunsetRavens would actually be able to choose what side they want, so they're not in the worst situation. I believe Realm 1 and A might need to get an ace in order to even up the score. If they even really could even up the score. You know, I believe they're 1,000 behind. A near full buy coming out on both sides, and Uricon from Shadow is an interesting pick. Realm 1 has been using Uricons, so is SunsetRavens. Uricons are such a hit or miss shotgun for me. I really would prefer the Knut because of its range capabilities, but the Uricon has a pretty high fire rate, which might make it, you know, desirable for area coverage. We saw a lot of wall bangs coming out with that Uricon to help the players. Shadow trying to push out pretty quickly. I feel like smokes are going to be his friend. That's why he has 2. Importantly, we see 2 healing stems on both sides, which would be very useful. Block off the push. SunsetRavens going for the meta push onto back of B. What else are they going to do? We have Drone coming in, checking top stairs. Very point central playstyle from Realm 1 and A. No roamers, all on this 1 point. Iced over, nearly gets taken out immediately through the wall. Would have been a rough loss. Puck's also taking some damage. A nade coming out, does not get any hits. Cyber ready to push up. And Shadow pushing straight out with that Uricon. Aggressive push with a shotgun. Especially if that was a Knut, that might have actually killed. But with the Uricon, it really only just did blanket damage to these players. Plubra does take some damage. Does not go down. Shadow ready to push out with that Incendiary. Does not take out these players, but McLovin Tux gets very low. Plubra throwing the stim back to heal up McLovin Tux if he can. Realm 1 and A already almost taking down some of these players. They dealt, I believe, probably 2 full player health bars so far. What are these Realm 1 players going to do? They are down a player. SunsetRavens can just wait until they can heal up. They need to not give SunsetRavens too much time to have, you know, downtime. We also have a rotate from its Os onto the other side of the building to maybe split apart these forces. Plubra foaming up the wall. Realm 1 might get split in 2 as its Os pushes into the back line. Wall is opened up. Punisher was in front of that wall opening, but does not get taken down. There is a static. D-Moonjay takes down McLovin Tux. Plubra ready to push in if he can. EMP gets tossed. It's O's pushing into the back line, straight into A point. Will he be able to get through the connector? No flank watch from these Realm 1 players. He has the chance to get in, but he shoots a little too early. D-Moonjay pushes in, takes him out immediately. Bit of a misplay. Plubra trying to get the plant down, gets taken out by a foot shot. Now it's just McLovin Cyber trying to get the clutch for his team. A 4 versus 1. As he pushes out, gets taken out. D-Moonjay pushes out, gets taken out. McLovin Cyber trying to get the 3K. EMP is not down. He has 8 seconds to get this off. Don't forget YT is in the other side. EMP is down. Splash pushes straight up. Can McLovin get this off? And he gets taken out by Splash. Suddenly, Realm 1 gets to OT. Congratulations to them. I believe it is going to be SunsetRavens' choice. Just barely. 130 point difference is going to allow SunsetRavens to choose to choose their side. SunsetRavens will be choosing defense. Meanwhile, Realm 1 will be on offense. This was the side that SunsetRavens was the best at, so Realm 1 has their work cut out for them, trying to push in on the SunsetRavens defense. However, important note, the economy is the same on both sides. If you haven't seen Overtime in Breaches just yet, it is a new addition to VRML. When you go to OT, the team with the highest score chooses the side they want to be, and both teams get an amount of income that's equal on both sides, and they battle it out just by that side choice. So this is purely on utility, gun skill, and the side, rather than, you know, the economy built up over the entire game. SunsetRavens and Realm 1 both have a pretty considerable chance to win or lose this. This was SunsetRavens' strong side, however. especially with almost no one on B currently. Might be a bit of a misplay for SunsetRavens. They're ready on A point. Now, round 1 is pushing straight up. They might try to just go for the plan if they can. Punisher nearly is taken out through the wall. Drone gets pushing straight in the point. It's Os ready. Nade to the back line. Nearly takes out Punisher. Does take out the drone. Punisher throwing an incendiary behind the box. McLovin ready with an incendiary on the wall. It's iced over. Peeks the wrong side. Gets taken out by Don't Forget YT. It's Os ready on the blind fire. Punisher. Great Plubra. Throwing a nade out. D-Moonjay ready on the flank watch. Punisher could get taken out if he's not careful, however. Minute 45 on the clock. Shadow taking out 2 through the smoke. It's Os sitting in the smoke. It's going to get taken out. Actually does take out Punisher. Gets taken out by D-Moonjay. Now just the flanker. McLovin Tucks on the back line. Gets taken out. And Realm 1 from a 5-1 loss on Switch is now winning 7-6 on map 1. Congratulations to them. We saw a fantastic bit of gameplay on both sides. However, this will let Realm 1 claim the first map. Congratulations to them. We'll be back with map 2 after a short ad break. I hope you all will come back to see that map 2 of this very exciting matchup.
Prepare to
Only
start.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. Can somebody
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2-way.
Match point. Prepare to
Only
start.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. Can somebody
Go.
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Match point.
Welcome back, everyone, to this exciting matchup between SunsetRavens NA and Realm 1 NA. We had an exciting map 1 on Arctic. Realm 1 NA really brought that back very well for themselves. You know, that was exciting to watch. Realm 1 went down. If you weren't watching, they were 1 round to 5 rounds on Switch. And then they gained 3 in a row, lost 1, and then got 2 more to get to OT, and then they won OT on SunsetRavens' strong side. Really exciting stuff, and also, it's got to be a really triumphant victory for Realm 1. Currently, we are in a bit of an intermission as Realm 1 has called a timeout. So we will be on timeout until about 5 minutes, but before that happens, you know, looking at some of these match clips, it's been a really exciting matchup so far with some aggressive pushes from SunsetRavens, some fantastic utility on both sides, but especially the incendiaries from SunsetRavens and Realm 1 have been extremely strong, but Realm 1 has really been standout with incendiaries. Additionally, both teams, I feel, need to get a flank watch more robust on a lot of these points. You know, on Arctic specifically, I don't know about their other maps. You know, taking a look at some of the other maps, Arctic was not a super strong map for either side. 50% win rate on Arctic for Realm 1, 18 rounds played, 44% win rate for SunsetRavens. Not a particularly strong map, so it's got to be a fantastic win for Realm 1 to be able to take that, especially with, you know, one of SunsetRavens' best maps banned. It's going to be a fantastic next few rounds, you know, a next map to see what they pick, you know, what they choose. If I had to guess, it will most likely be a pick like Factory or maybe Skyscraper. I don't see a lot of Skyscraper being picked so far throughout the season. A lot of it's been banned. We won't see Mall, unfortunately, because of because of the ban. We also, just a reminder, this week will not be seeing clone projectors because they are also banned. But they may show up at some point in the future. While we wait, I do want to bring up, if anyone doesn't know, VRML Con will be happening this year, Phoenix, Arizona, the 25th through the 27th. It's going to be a very exciting event. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff happening. I can't say too much, but it's going to be a fantastic event. Keep an eye out for news, and keep an eye out for, you know, anything that you can, you know, interact with the community. It's going to be an exciting time. The format, I want to clarify, we will not be hosting VRML finals at the con. It will be a separate qualifiers tournament and a separate 2 top teams. So if you are going to be going to the con, you can start talking with friends, talking with people, make a team for the con, and get out there. This is a $5,000 cash prize for you, waiting for you if you win that finals at con. And, you know, it's completely separate. It's going to be exciting to see what teams are going to be made for con and see who wins it out. It's going to be exciting to see all of you out there as well. I'll be there. So will a good few of the casters, a lot of the VRML staff and people. It's going to be an exciting time to be in Arizona. Obviously, I don't deal too well with the heat, so you might see me melting into a puddle, but I'll be there. Regardless, we're just going to be waiting a couple more minutes for the timeout to end. While we wait, I'm going to take a quick break, send you 2 ads, and then we'll get back to you with map 2, whatever it may be. I'm excited to see what we'll get into.
Prepare to
Only
start.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. Can somebody
Go.
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Match point.
Welcome back, everyone. From that short break, we're going to be getting into map 2 momentarily. Just reminding everyone, we are going to be watching SunsetRavens NA versus Realm 1 NA. It's been an exciting matchup so far. We're going to see if we get to a third map. If Realm 1 can claim this, they'll win the series 7-6 and 7, whatever it may be. But for now, we're going to be getting into our second map of the series between these two teams. It's going to be Factory. Factory is going to be an exciting map to be watching, especially because of the way these two teams play. We've been seeing some very aggressive play from SunsetRavens on their pushes. So if we get to see that same thing, it's going to be interesting to see how they push. I'm going to be guessing it's going to be a few hatch drops, especially on this top floor. Tetris seems like a likely suspect, as well as an A push. B pushes don't seem like they're really going to be happening while SunsetRavens is in the hot seat. All Spectrals from SunsetRavens, a Cyclone coming out from Sleepy Fox on Realm 1. They had a bit of a player change out, trying to keep this momentum going off of that triumphant win on map 1. Don't forget YT waiting back by the hatch along with DMoonJ. They do get the window blown out. A nade straight to the back hallway will take DMoonJ down by 3 health, but that's enough to let them know that someone is on the back hallway. Plubra and Itzos waiting on the roof as Itzos is droning out, making sure there's no one here. DMoonJ gets taken out by McLovin Cyber as Splash takes out McLovin Tux. Don't forget YT is ready on this back hallway. Cyber does not quite push in. A nade on the back hallway, not getting any kills. Iced over takes out Shadow. Now there's only one player on point. If SunsetRavens can identify that, they can quickly hold this point down. But it looks like Realm 1 and A wisens up to that, pushes back towards the point. SunsetRavens going for a very aggressive push over on to the other point. They will blow the wall. However, Plubber and Itzos both check the back line, and it looks like they're going to push straight into B. Never mind, they're pushing straight back, heading into Cubby. Incendiary down. Realm 1 do not have any throwables to prevent this defuse. Sleepy Fox is ready on the hallway. Splash tries to push out of the point, but barely can't get any peeks off. It's Os up on the Cubby. Now someone going up on roof. It's going to be Realm 1 in the hot seat trying to get this off. It's Os pushing forward into lockers, trying to take out Splash, but can't get it off as Splash still on the back hallway, trying to get any hits off he can. Splash takes out McLovin. Now it's just a 2v2. However, Realm 1, I believe their fate might be sealed as there is someone up on hatch. Sleepy Fox takes out Iced Over. It's going to take a miraculous kill for Sleepy Fox to get this off as Plubber peeks out, takes out Splash. Sleepy Fox does not have enough time. And Plubber gets the clutch. A good play from SunsetRavens, getting up onto the roof. That's a very important play to get off. Realm 1 just weren't aggressive enough. I feel they really should have had more utility. You know, I harp on this every time, but it's so important for teams to be using their utility as much as they can. It hurts to see some teams not using as much as they could. But, you know, regardless, they can get this off if they just put the work in, and I want to see them do it. Now, bottom floor on Factory, SunsetRavens is on offense. This is a very strong floor for offense. They can push in through storage. As long as they can get storage control, they're relatively home free on the push in, as long as they can just get inside. That's really the trick of it. Realm 1 not putting a lot of utility down to block off the push. They look to be trying to, you know, block off maybe the points. Don't forget, with Sleepy Fox trying to hold it down. 2 players roaming upstairs. Shadow shooting out the window. McLovin ready and waiting. Drone into storage. Will see Sleepy Fox inside storage. Does not get shot out. Some good drone play from Itzos, but then does get taken down. Sleepy Fox gets incendiaried. That won't take him out, but it does take him relatively low. Itzos ready with a second drone. Shadow upstairs. Still near the window, but is going to be watched by Tux still. Tough call for SunsetRavens at where they want to push in. They're a little bit surrounded on this push-in. Iced Over gets pushed out on, gets taken out by Don't Forget YT. Suddenly, a 5v4. Shadow ready. But he barely misses these players. Climbs out, takes out 2 players for getting taken out by McLovin, but that is a fantastic trade for Realm 1. SunsetRavens now down to only 2 players. And getting shot a little bit more. Cyber throwing on Incendiary will not take any of these players down. A rotate is being called from SunsetRavens. D-Moonjay and Splash both ready. Wall is going to be opened up. D-Moonjay ready with Splash. Itzos looking to push in a nade. Will take his own teammate down a little bit of health. As Itzos is now in the point, gets taken out by Splash. It's just McLovin Cyber out in the hallway. And gets peeked out by Don't Forget YT. Realm 1 playing a very good defense on these points. Especially that drop from Shadow. SunsetRavens knew he was upstairs and they still got caught off guard by that roam. It's gotta hurt for SunsetRavens to lose that round. Especially since they pushed in, they had storage control, and they just lost it because of that drop from Shadow. Mid-floor on Factory could go either way, especially with this economy. You don't have any one team super far ahead. You do have a Marui and a Vezin from SunsetRavens. Actually, 2 Vezins, 3 Vezins. Never mind, they seem to be going for a very aggressive buy on this 3rd round. They're trying to secure a quick lead. It could work out for them as long as they have better gunplay. However, notably, they're sacrificing a lot of utility to get this play off. Only having a breaching foam, a single drone, 2 incendiaries, and a grenade. Meanwhile, over on Realm 1, they have stims, They have incendiaries, they have smokes, and frags. An upstairs push from SunsetRavens, maybe going for Museum Hatch onto B. An interesting play from SunsetRavens. Maybe they are just clearing the whole top floor. Yeah, Museum push may be happening onto B. An off-meta push is going to be interesting. They're ready to push in. Shadow is in a prime spot to block this off as long as he gets some sound cues. The Moonjay running around in B, maybe not very many sound cues, is kind of throwing him off. Hot drop. D Moonjay tries to push out, cannot take out Plubra. Suddenly, SunsetRavens is in the point, takes out D Moonjay. May get flanked by, don't forget, an incendiary going in. It's Os trying to get the plant down. Splash is ready. Splash takes out Iced Over with a nade. It's Os will get the EMP down, but now he's alone with Cyber. Gets taken out. Now it's just Cyber alone. Trying to block off the defuse. Does not have any ammo. Gets peeked by Sleepy Fox. Suddenly, Realm 1 claims another win. A cheeky tuck from Splash would make him very hard to hit as well for any defenders. Again, you know, Martini's favorite play, that hatch drop, just did not work out for SunsetRavens. If you're going to do a hatch drop like that, you really need to blitz these players. What I mean by that is you need to be very quick on the hatch drop. You need to drop in, immediately blow this wall, and push straight in. And even then, you're not guaranteed to get this down because of the positioning from Realm 1. Now, because of that push, SunsetRavens is going to be down a round and also down a good bit of economy because they really put all their bets on getting that round off. They bought Vezins, they bought Maruis, and now they're down to, you know, a single Vezin, two Vezins, 2 Canuts, and an Omen. Meanwhile, a full buy from Realm 1 with room to spare because they looted a lot of weaponry off of their bodies. SunsetRavens going for a hatch play. May get counteracted by Realm 1 if they're not careful, as don't forget YT is in Tetris. It's Os will be droning in for his team. Actually, it is not It's Os this time. It is McLovin, Cyber, who is going to be droning. A nade. Don't forget YT takes out It's Os. He pushed him towards him because of that nade, but he takes out the Canut user as Tux misses that. Splash takes out Plubber with a fantastic frag. Now it's just Iced Over below, and McLovin Cyber trying to drone him in. He's stuck on this back hallway on top of the static. Cyber pushes in, takes out Splash. Now a 3v2. I'm not sure where to look. Shadow takes out one, but gets pushed by Iced Over. You can't take your gun down at that vital time. Iced Over having to get a 1v2. It's not unheard of. He does have the weaponry to do it. Pushes outside, needs a better position. All in all, that is a fantastic trade for SunsetRavens. Suddenly, you know, they were down. They had a full buy over on the other side. Now, it's a 1v2. This is very salvageable. Especially if there's a misplay. Iced Over now extremely low. He's nearly one tap for anything. If he gets a lucky wall bang down, he could get taken out. Wall is opened up. A smoke on the back hallway. Iced Over does have EMP. He just needs some good shots off, and he can really win this round out. He's against 2 full health players. Meanwhile, he is only at 35, and importantly, he has no stim. He's going to get info peeked out. Name of the game for Realm 1 is patience. They need to let him start planting. They can't let him get a 1v1. If they let him try to get a 1v1, he has a much higher chance of getting this off. And D Moonjay gets the kill on Iced Over. And Realm 1 is 2 rounds up on SunsetRavens. Honestly, well played from Realm 1 on that defense. They knew that someone would probably be pushing in the back hallway, and with some great nades and incendiaries, they pushed those numbers from SunsetRavens down almost immediately. SunsetRavens did get it back a little bit, getting it to a 2v2, but then Realm 1 had some fantastic plays to finish it out. Realm 1 has a good bit of money, a good bit of economy. Sleepy Fox is at max right now. He could buy out the two people over on SunsetRavens if he really wanted to. Obviously, it looks like he doesn't want to, and who would, obviously. We do have a good bit of utility going down for Realm 1, trying to block off storage. Cheeky trips probably won't get anyone, but it will cause SunsetRavens to pause, which is very important. Splash is upstairs along with Shadow. This roam for Shadow did work out last time. However, I don't think SunsetRavens is going to let it get off again. Splash is ready. Might get taken out by Tux. If he's not careful, they shoot out all the upper floor windows that SunsetRavens is left wondering. It's Os ready to push in. Shoots out Static. They do shoot out the trips. A nade is going to take out It's Os. Almost directly between his feet. Splash might try pushing out if he can. A nade will take no players low. Splash is ready upstairs. Splash trying to get a kill from a wallbang. Just can't get it off. Storage is foamed. Very important for Realm 1. They have no one on point except for Don't Forget. Now he pushes out, gets taken out by Plebra. Suddenly, full control might belong as Sleepy Fox takes out Iced Over. Can Realm 1 get back to point fast enough? Sleepy Fox is alone currently, other than one player in A. Now, all of these players are back in. 4v3 favoring Realm 1 as SunsetRavens might get flanked out by Shadow again. Shadow pushes straight in. McLovin Cyber getting taken down very low. Splash pushes out. Takes out McLovin Cyber as McLovin Cyber takes out Plubra. Oh no, the TK on one of the final kills of that round, trying to kill the person pushing out of the wall. That's gotta hurt. I gotta take a look at that again. Ah, no. Ah, the same team kill is so unfortunate. Poor SunsetRavens, they're down 3 rounds. We're mirroring what happened on Arctic. If Realm 1 gets this round, can SunsetRavens get it back like Realm 1 did? I'm excited to see if they can. We will be seeing as much of a full buy as SunsetRavens can muster. Meanwhile, Realm 1 again has quite a bit of money. They're getting all the utility they can, all the rifles they can. They could still buy another rifle for the other team if they wanted to. I definitely would want to if I were them. A Vezin, 2 Vezins from SunsetRavens, an Arill, now 2 Arills, and a Knut. It's also that Knut can be pretty scary if he uses it well. Shadow on the 3rd floor roam might get seen by Cyber if he's not careful, but he does not push in. SunsetRavens very quickly blowing a hatch. Oh, Tux nearly gets taken out by a great blind fire from YT. However, importantly, YT is alone on point currently as Iced Over takes out Don't Forget. Suddenly, point is completely open. SunsetRavens could just push straight in if they want to. A bit of a misplay from Realm 1. SunsetRavens is free to just push straight in. But Shadow takes out McLovin up on the hatch. Sorry, Tux straight on the hatch. Shadow pushes straight into the point. Plubra might get pushed out on as Shadow crouches through the smoke. He's ready. It's Os does take out Sleepy Fox's Iced Over takes out Splash, but Shadow takes out Plubra. Now it's just a 3v2. McLovin Cyber is back on hatch. D Moonjay pushing out. Iced Over is extremely low. However, It's Os is pushing in on B. Shadow does hear the gunfire, but I think they're just splitting these players apart. It's Os tries to push in, but he can't get it off. 2v2, Iced Over is extremely low, gets taken out by D Moonjay. Now it's just McLovin Cyber. Cyber throwing an incendiary in. He might grab EMP. He does have foam. He does not grab EMP. He pushes straight in. SunsetRavens is in a delicate spot. They did not let him get a 1v1. They let him get a 1v1. Now it's just a 1v1. Realm 1 not playing their numbers advantage might hurt them in the long run. D Moonjay might hear this plant go off. Cyber is ready. He's trying to get the plant down. He does get seen, but he doesn't go down too much health. He does get the cloak off, but D Moonjay clutches that up for his team. 5-1 lead for Realm 1. This is crazy. That last round Oh, that's gotta hurt for SunsetRavens. Some fantastic pushes from Realm 1 on defense. They pushed in on the hatch and got claim off of it, and they just kept that momentum rolling. They kept the ball going. Well done by them. Oh my goodness. I can't get over that. Realm 1 is set up very well on Factory. 5-1 on offense now. It's going to be rough for SunsetRavens, but this is mirrored from Arctic. So if SunsetRavens can get this back, it would be really poetic. But we'll see if they can. For now, SunsetRavens playing very point central, not too many roamers. Realm 1 ready to push in if they can, throwing out a drone. McLovin Cyber ready on this wall, trying to get an early peek off. Trying to take out the drone if he can. Going down quite a bit of ammunition. Taking out the drone does deny some valuable information. A nade! Nearly takes out Shadow, but McLovin Tux gets the kill. Does get hit by that nade a little bit, but not too much. He is on the flank. However, that is a Spectral down for Realm 1 immediately. That's not fantastic. Don't forget YT is watching that back hallway. McLovin Tux can push around back to the point. A rotate from SunsetRavens is going to be allowing them to push back. They have quite a bit of utility to deny the plant. We'll see if Realm 1 can get this plant off. Demunjay is in the cubby. Plebra takes out Demunjay as he tried to push up. He kind of wasted that positioning as he just got taken out immediately. Sleepy Fox is in the cubby as well. A nade is not going to take out Sleepy Fox. However, there is going to be a rotate from It's O's. Plebra takes out Sleepy Fox with a cheeky incendiary. Don't forget YT gets taken out by Ice Over. Now it's just Splash trying to push in. A flawless from SunsetRavens. That is one of the new tags from Triangle Factory, where you win a round with everyone still alive. And I have to say, the trigger discipline from SunsetRavens to not TK McLovin Tux after that round ended is commendable. I might have TK'd him. Realm 1. Now, they do go down a round, which is important as SunsetRavens has set themselves up pretty well economy-wise to get some omens, get some utility. However, they aren't running away with it yet. Realm 1 still has the chance to get this off as long as they put the work in. Iced Over is on the stairs, hoping to prevent a push. Might be pushing up the hatch. Up to the hatch, rather. Delicate balance for Realm 1. They need to get a good push down while still playing buddy system. They can't let these SunsetRavens players get a 1v1, 1v2 situation because of the money. McLovin Tux sitting on a Vezin already on round 2 of the Switch. Iced Over is not going to get hits off. Now he gets some hits off. A great nade! Goes outside, takes out Demunjay, nearly Shadow as well, nearly a 2K. Suddenly, Realm 1 is already down a player Iced Over. A fantastic trade for his team. Doesn't even go down. No stims, however, for SunsetRavens is unfortunately going to make it so that he is going to be down that health until the end of the round unless they can loot the stim off of Shadow. Hatch is primed to blow. It's O's trying to get a peek off from the back line, throwing a nade out. Does not get anything down. Shadow takes out It's O's with a Jesper. It's a fantastic trade, taking up a Spectral. Don't forget YT takes out McLovin Tux. Now it is a 4v3 favoring Realm 1. Blubra on the back hallway with that Vezin. Sleepy Fox takes out Iced Over. Trying to flank, just couldn't get it off. Plebra now down to 1 health. Shadow takes out Sleepy Fox accidentally through TK. EMP is going to go down for free. McLovin and Plebra playing this smart, pushing together. Shadow is ready, pushing out. Oh no, the TK again. This has been so common throughout this match. That's gotta hurt. SunsetRavens may need to work on their trigger discipline to not take out their teammates. Plebra going downstairs with that Vezin. Saving, probably a good idea here. You know, what else are you going to do? I want to take a look at the scores while that's happening. 9 and 4 from Splash is fantastic. You know, above a 2.0 KD. Well done to him. Nearly there as well. Don't forget YT over on SunsetRavens. Still very commendable scores this late in the this late in the game. Iced over, still going 8 and 7 is very good. Thrifty, another one of these new tags from Triangle Factory, means that Realm 1 won that round while down on economy rather than up. This is a dangerous situation for SunsetRavens. They're down 4 rounds. They can get this back to OT, but it's going to be rough, especially with this economy. Now, SunsetRavens needs to get this off. Realm 1 needs to not relax. Realm 1 needs to get this round. If SunsetRavens can start running away with rounds, they're going to be continuing to gain and gain and gain. There's no point in them saving at this point, so they're just going to buy as high as they can, as much as they can, because they have nothing to lose. Realm 1 has everything to lose right now. Well, rather, Realm 1 doesn't have everything to lose. However, they have quite a bit to lose. If they keep losing these rounds, they're going to let SunsetRavens start to snowball. Tux is upstairs, maybe trying to get the strat off of Shadow. Shadow is ready on the window. Tux does not shoot the window out immediately, unlike Shadow. Shadow's ready. We're gonna see either Tux or Shadow die. Shadow takes out Tux. That is a Vezin immediately for Realm 1. They've claimed that Splash takes out its O's. Already 2 players down on SunsetRavens. Realm 1. It's not even been 15 seconds and already nearly 3 of the SunsetRavens players are down. 3 players are down. Sleepy Fox takes out Iced Over. Splash is gonna go down very low. Suddenly, a 2v5, 2v4 Plebra takes out, don't forget, through the wall. Shadow throwing down 2 smokes, going to push in. McLovin takes out Dimunje. Shadow flanks out Plebra, tries to push in a connector, gets taken out by McLovin. Cyber, now a 2v1. Cyber trying to hold this down, does get a stem off. 2v1. Oh my goodness, it comes down to this. Can SunsetRavens clutch this out, or will Realm 1 win this map 7-2? There's only 35 seconds left. Oh, Cyber can't take too long on this push. He has to push in. Realm 1 needs to try to do this in a team play. As the player pushes into assembly, McLovin pushes straight in, takes out Sleepy Fox, goes for the defuse, is going to get peeked out, takes out Splash! He has time! He got the clutch! What a clutch from SunsetRavens! Minute and 60 left on the clock. Sorry, a second and 60 left on the clock. It couldn't have been closer. Wow! Congratulations to SunsetRavens. They got the clutch off and saved themselves another round. Oh my goodness, that could not have been closer. Realm 1 nearly walked out with a 7-2 win. However, SunsetRavens got that off, and now this may be a tipping point for Realm 1, as they don't have a lot of economy otherwise. You know, looking at Sleepy Fox, he's at 2100 without buying anything. Splash, 1900 after buying a Spectral. We have a Cadillo buy from Shadow. Realm 1 hanging in the balance. I feel like a save might be a good idea in order to meet SunsetRavens on equal footing. But, you know, we'll see. Maybe they have a plan for this. Oh, this is shaping up to be a very exciting match. It already has been, but that win from SunsetRavens was really, really, you know, awaited. It's Os on the bottom of stairs. Sleepy Fox is on flank watch. It's Os is ready with the Spectral. Drops straight in with Undaunted. It's Os might have been able to get a pick there if they weren't careful. Realm 1 pushing straight up towards a wall. Throwing a good bit of utility out. Realm 1 goes down a bit of health. A lot of utility getting pushed out. Iced Over, ready on the push out. Does get shot a little bit. Decides not to push out. Goes straight into the cubby. Hatch is blown. What will Realm 1 choose to push in on as Itzos pushes up the stairs? No flank watch. 3K with the Spectral on players with the Cadillo. Oh my goodness, a Cadillo, a Viper, and an RCP. He got the 3K and then the 4. A potential ace from Itzos! SunsetRavens! 4 and 6, an ace from Itzos in a clutch last round. Oh my goodness! What is happening to Realm 1? I need to take a look at that again. Itzos pushing around into the back of bathroom, getting the flank and getting the ace for his team. And with a Viper, he came up the stairs, got 3 with the Spectral, 1 with the Viper, and then the second, beating out, I believe, 2 Vezins with a Spectral and a Viper. Realm 1, they're really on the back foot economy-wise. If you look at SunsetRavens, they're pretty comfortable. 3 Vezins, a Canut, and an Arill, and also the confidence that comes with claiming back these rounds. Realm 1 needs to put their best foot forward to get this off. Suddenly, instead of a 7-2, there's the potential for maybe a 6-7. Maybe a mirror from last time. Mid-floor on Factory is going to decide a lot of this. Itzos is ready. Upstairs, he is going to be leaning out around. He's going for a very aggressive push. Does get seen by the drone. Don't forget YT throwing out a very early incendiary. Might have been worth it to push in order to take out that rifle. Tucks upstairs with Itzos. Oh, a nade onto lockers. Itzos is going to be surrounded. Gets taken out by, don't forget, Tux pushing back into the connector. I would pursue him if I'm round 1. I'd have multiple people pursue him. They know he's there. They know he has a gun that they can take. Looks like they don't. Might be a bit of a misplay. Splash is ready on the rotate. Oh, will he look away? Splash doesn't have his gun up, but he takes out Tux. Oh no, SunsetRavens 2-5. Don't forget taking out some trips. Diving into the connector, gets taken out by Plubra. A nade to the back of the point is going to allow Realm 1 to push into the point if they want to. Those trips are going to get shot out. McLovin on the roam. Plubra nearly gets taken out by an incendiary and a window peek, but barely doesn't get taken out. Splash takes out Plubra. Ready, now it's just Cyber against 3 players, 4 players. Takes out 2. Does get an incendiary, push out a connector, takes down 3. Takes out what is this? What are these clutches? Oh my. What are these clutches from SunsetRavens? Have they been asleep up until now? Has Realm 1 just given up? What is this? What is this? Oh my goodness. SunsetRavens suddenly, from a 6-2 deficit, has clutched and aced their way up to a 5-6. Potential for OT. And I believe they're ahead on score. They are ahead on score. Realm 1 is really letting them run away with this. I want to take a look at the scoreboard. 12-7 from Splash. But Tux at... Oh my goodness, he wasn't doing too many kills, but now, and also McLovin Cyber clawing his way up to a 2.0 KD. Oh my goodness. Realm 1 needs to get this round off to save themselves. Itzos is ready, I think, to climb out. If he can get at least 2 down, it would be good for him. He shoots out the window. Itzos putting down a smoke to block himself off. A nade goes out, will not get any hits. Don't forget, trying to capitalize off it, cannot get any hits off. Splash takes down Iced Over on a very aggressive storage push. It's going to be unfortunate because it's going to be down. An incendiary. Shadow takes out Itzos. Splash does see the trips, thankfully. Pushes up, throwing their own incendiary back to them. SunsetRavens down 2 players, but they've been clutching this out left and right. Can they get this off again? Don't forget, YT gets taken out by Plubra through a wallbang. A wall is opened up. McLovin takes out Dimuje. 3v3. I don't know where to look. Shadow pushing up on the door blocker. Wall is open up on B. He's trying to split their forces. Shadow is going to blow the wall on A. Now looking to push in. Is seen by one of these players as gets pushed in on. Shadow biding his time. Pushing out. Does stem up. Cyber hopefully will look over. McLovin Tux takes out Sleepy Fox. EMP is down. Shadow pushing around to assist Splash. Suddenly, the scales turn in their favor as Shadow's going to go plumber, but McLovin takes out Splash. A 1v2. Scales hang in the balance. 50 seconds left. Shadow goes to blow storage hatch. Odd choice. Oh, he's heading to A hatch. However, he does not have EMP. EMP is stuck in storage. Storage hatch is blown. Chooses to drop into storage. Shadow ready to push in. And gets pushed out on by Tux. Suddenly, SunsetRavens clutches this back up. 6-6. Exactly how it was on Arctic. Oh my goodness. And also SunsetRavens will be choosing their side, and they choose defense. Realm 1 just let this run away from them. What happened? They were up 6-2, and suddenly, now they're even economy, even everything. And SunsetRavens has been very strong on defense here on Factory, getting clutch after clutch after clutch. Can Realm 1 get this off? I'm seeing in chat, holy clutch, and that is right, Jedi Milo. Like, oh my goodness, SunsetRavens back from a 6-2 deficit. Oh my goodness, it all comes down to this. If Realm 1 claims this round, then they will finish out. But Realm 1 is down a player. Oh, this is such an important round to be down a player. Their bot is pushing straight in, gets taken out immediately. They're already down on a player, but Shadow takes out Itzos. 4 versus 4. SunsetRavens, very well spread out. Iced over, does not get droned out. Now does get droned out. Live drone, nade, onto the hatch. It all comes down to this. Can Realm 1 get this off, or will SunsetRavens clutch themselves a map? Nade out, blocking off the back hallway. No roamer from SunsetRavens upstairs, but that is important for them. Oh my goodness, I don't know what to say. EMP is tossed amongst these players. They're ready to push down. Minute 40 on the clock. It could be anyone's game. 4v4. Don't forget, throwing in an incendiary, but gets taken out by McLovin Tux while he's at it. When that incendiary is down, is the time to push in for round 1. They need to push in. They need to push in. Oh, that incendiary is gone. Suddenly, Clever and McLovin Tux are in prime position to block off this plant. Cyber is in connector, able to watch their crossfire. And there's one upstairs looking to push over to hatch. Iced over. Going for the clutch hatch push. Splash is none the wiser. Doesn't check it. Takes down Shadow and Splash. SunsetRavens is 1 kill away from winning this all. Sleepy Fox has to get the same clutch that SunsetRavens did, and they can't get it off. What a clutch from SunsetRavens. Oh my goodness. Realm 1 let that slip through their fingers. Now, because of that, we will be getting a map 3. I'm excited to see that map 3, and I hope you all are too. We'll see you there after the short ad break. It's going to be a fantastic map 3 between these two teams. Hey there, folks. Sorry, a bit of a abrupt switch, but these teams did start a bit abruptly. Regardless, we're going to get into it. If you're just coming back, we just got a fantastic clutch from SunsetRavens on that last map, evening it up 7-6, 6-7. It all comes down to this. Which team will take ship? Sorry, folks, I'm talking to the teams. Okay, getting back into this. A fantastic clutch from SunsetRavens. Can Realm 1 claim this back, or will SunsetRavens claim this overall? Realm 1, Sleepy Fox did not reload his gun. A full push from SunsetRavens. They're pushing straight in. Don't forget YT pushing back in the point. Neither gets wall banged out. Aggressive push from SunsetRavens. They're in the point. Iced Over pushing straight in. Don't forget YT gets taken out. Iced Over pushing through, takes out 2 players in the vent. Now it's just Shadow. We barely even passed the 30-second mark. Iced Over hungry for that 4K, and he does get it off. Oh my goodness. What a fantastic start to the round, but wow. SunsetRavens has to be feeling divine after that clutch. Apologies, folks. I'm speechless from that clutch. That was fantastic. Now we're getting into the meat of it. SunsetRavens is already up around a ship, an explosive start for them. We have a Vezin from Iced Over trying to continue this lead. Meanwhile, over on Realm 1, they're getting some SMGs. This has been a fantastic matchup so far. 6-7, 7-6 comes down to this. If we get to a third OT, that will be very interesting. Splash, ready with the Spectral, takes down Clubra immediately. Itzos trying to capitalize, pushing through. Shadow behind the box. No utility to, flush out that box. The Splash pushes back towards point. Itzos going for some info peek Splash. Patiently waiting. Does get taken out by Tux. Iced Over uses that Vezin very well. Takes out Punisher and Splash, going for the 3rd kill. Don't forget YT on the bathroom. They're using this momentum, steamrolling through the point. However, the flank for Don't Forget does get seen. Tux gets taken down. Nade in. Don't Forget trying to get the clutch off as Don't Forget gets the 2K. A 1v1. Don't Forget just needs to get 1 hit on Itzos. Can he get it? Now they're both 1 hit. It just depends on who. A blind fire from Itzos decides the round. What is this? What is this? What is happening? SunsetRavens just steamrolling through the points. Realm 1 needs to get this back in order to get this off. I have to see that again. Oh, the beautiful blind fire as he peeked out was just immaculate. And now, looking at the scores, don't forget YT 4-2. However, Iced Over is 7-1, a 7.0 KD this early in the game. It's unheard of. Fantastic job from SunsetRavens as a whole, but Iced Over is really showing his chops. Now down to an Omen. However, SunsetRavens is trying to continue this lead. Realm 1 a bit in disarray. I believe they call in a league sub. Sleepy Fox ready to push out. Drone going in from SunsetRavens. Sleepy Fox is ready. Sleepy Fox gets live drone, gets flanked out by its Tux. Cyber foaming up the wall, going for a quick push in. Splash, ready, throwing a nade. Unfortunately, gets ricocheted off. Suddenly, point is almost owned, but don't forget, takes out McLovin Tux with a great Vezin shot. Tiger Claw pushing up, taking out Iced Over. Plebra getting the plant off. Now it's just Punisher against these 3 SunsetRavens players with a Vezin. Not too bad of a situation to get 1 Vezin against 3, but at least he does have one. Punisher gets taken out by its Os. SunsetRavens 3-0 lead on ship. What is happening? They went down so many rounds on Factory. I thought maybe they had just given up, but then clutch, ace, clutch, and winning it out, and then now they're up 3 rounds, just continuing their momentum. What can Realm 1 do? They have to try to deny SunsetRavens, but SunsetRavens is on a definite roll. This is such an exciting matchup. Full buy from SunsetRavens. They're trying to continue their lead. Realm 1 replying with Omens, Vipers, as well as an Arill. They don't have a ton of money to work with. If SunsetRavens can continue this momentum, they have quite a bit of money. If they can just keep getting a few people staying alive each round, it's going to work out for them. Payoff in spades. Splash has his back turned to the hatch, not even realizing that I believe they're all going to push in on navigation. Splash is now ready. All of these players push in. Splash stands up, takes out 1. McLovin Tux actually takes out his teammate. Don't forget YT pushes up, takes out Plebra. The rest of these players trying to push in. Don't forget YT throwing a nade in. Gets taken out by its Os. Sleepy Fox trying to capitalize. Pushes out. Cyber trying to push up. Stim gets thrown down. They don't heal Tux. They heal themselves. Sleepy Fox stuck in the corner now. Second drone going down. Nade. Tux is holding an incendiary. He could throw it to cover up one of the pushes. Tiger Claw throwing an incendiary will not work out. Tux very low. Should throw that EMP into Cyber. Tux. Tux taking himself out with PK. The trigger discipline from SunsetRavens. Oh. Oh, the trigger discipline from SunsetRavens seems to need some work. SunsetRavens had some great clutches, but that's twice now. Or maybe more. That's twice now this map that a SunsetRavens player has died from TK 2 in 1 round. Tux killing one of his teammates and then killing himself. Oh, that's gotta hurt for SunsetRavens. They were on such a roll, and now they go down a single round because, I would say, because of TK. I'm lost for words. Can Realm 1 get this back? They're set up somewhat well. They have a good economy. SunsetRavens can handle one more round like this before they're going to be down in the dumps. Bottom floor Realm 1 are not really messing with any roams. They're going to stay on the point other than Splash. McLovin pushing up towards Red Room. Meanwhile, SunsetRavens is checking upstairs just in case. They sent Plebra in with its Os to push in Iced Over, pushing it upstairs onto the hatch. What is the play looking like? They have 3 people in one spot. Iced Over alone. McLovin maybe making a diversion. What is the play? I'm confused, honestly. Tux is distracting. Meanwhile, Iced Over is pushing down alone. McLovin Tux is on his own. It's Oast is still droning upstairs. Plubra and Cyber are pushing through, but Splash takes out Iced Over before they can get the refrag. Plubra and Cyber are now set up over on the back of the point, but Splash is around. Just doesn't quite know there's people here. Wall is foamed. Realm 1 is none the wiser. Wall is blown. Now, Realm 1 pushes back into their own point to try to hold it down. However, they have a pretty good hold on it. Don't forget, takes out Plubra with that Incendiary as Plubra takes out Splash. 3v4. SunsetRavens losing a bit of steam. Maybe all Realm 1 needed was just to get some rifles under their belt. And then they could start, getting some rounds back. Wall is foamed on B. The rotate is confirmed as Tiger Claw trying to hold it down with, don't forget, a nade goes in. Does not take out Tiger Claw, nor any of the other players. Don't forget, does get Incendiary, meaning these players can push further in. Tiger Claw is waiting very patiently on the door, not pushing out. Takes out Cyber on his push through. EMP is now down. It's Oast trying to take out any of these players. McLovin takes out. It's Oast takes out, don't forget, and Tiger Claw getting this back. 2v2. Sleepy Fox pushes in. It's Oast does not look for the trips. Team Ace from Realm 1. They claim their second round in a row. Maybe Realm 1 just needed, some rifles in their hands. Maybe they just really need those rifles to be able to get those rounds off. SunsetRavens letting this slip through their fingers, just like Realm 1 did on that last map. You hate to see it. But we'll see if SunsetRavens can clutch up and get this round, not go into this even. Full buy on both sides. However, economy-wise, it's a little bit different. SunsetRavens doesn't have a ton of cash to work with. Realm 1 can get almost all the utility they want because of these wins. Full buy on both sides. Both teams have full rosters at least. I believe Tiger Claw might be a sub or a member of the team which doesn't have the tag. I'm not fully sure. Odd proxy placement there. Could just get shot from Hatch, but I suppose it works. Hatch is foamed, speaking of. Plubra and It's Os upstairs. Maybe a B push rather than a standard A push from SunsetRavens. Don't forget, on the back hallway, takes out Iced Over, gets refragged by Cyber. Splash gets live pinged. A nade goes through. Does not take out Cyber. Cyber pushes forward, trying to capitalize, but gets taken out by Splash. Maybe a bit greedy. Punisher takes out Itzos with a fantastic nade, and also Plubra nearly takes out his teammate. Incendiary goes down. Suddenly, 2v4. Realm 1 set up very well. Try to get this round off. Hux and Plubra pushed into the back hallway. They do have Bezins as well as a nade, and they can heal up because of the stim on Plubra. However, they have a tough push ahead of him, especially as Splash takes out Hux. Plubra is at 2 health. He gets pushed in on, takes out Punisher on 2 health. Yeah, but he pushes in, does not notice the trip. Realm 1, 3 rounds in a row. They get to go to pistol round on even footing. This is just a tug-of-war between these two teams. It's been ridiculous what they've been able to get off. It's been, I don't know what to say. This has just been such an exciting matchup so far. 6-7, 7-6, the potential to go to overtime again, as these two teams seem very equally matched, which is not something you see very often. Sometimes you get teams being steamrolled, sometimes you get a couple of rounds traded back and forth, but overtime on 2 maps and maybe a third is, I would say, unheard of. I don't know if that's happened this season yet. Obviously, we've had 3 maps, but overtime on 3 maps. That might not happen, but it could. Mid-level on ship. Gonna be a rough push for Realm 1, as Iced Over is gonna be staying on the window. Itzos is upstairs. Could get a quick pick if they're not careful, as Punisher looks to be trying to push in upstairs. Itzos is ready in case they try to push in. Iced Over takes out Sleepy Fox very quickly as he tried to get in through the window. Don't forget, takes out Iced Over on the refrag. 4v4. It's Os is upstairs. Trying to get any pick he can. Bit of a red herring, however. There's nobody over here to push. Tiger Claw pushing straight up with the drone. Now pushed up towards the door. It's Os needs to push downstairs. Nade being thrown to the point will push these players back towards back to the point. Push deeper into the connector. EMP needs to get up here. Tux takes it. Don't forget as he gets up on the table. Punisher pushes in. Does take out Tux. Plubra is back in the point. McLovin as well in the point. Tiger Claw trying to push up. Splash gets taken out from the side. Now it's just Tiger Claw who's alone. Might get flanked out by Os. And Plubra takes out Tiger Claw. SunsetRavens does claim pistol round. My goodness, folks, this has been the matchup of the week so far. Back and forth, back and forth. You don't know who's gonna win, but you know it's gonna be exciting while it happens. I can't imagine a better matchup to have on this Wednesday night. What can you say in this instance? You have a clutch from both sides, but SunsetRavens has been functioning beautifully under pressure so far. Now we have Realm 1 seemingly going for the meta push. It's Os ready on the flank. Can Realm 1 get this off? It's Os has been getting some fantastic flanks off so far, but will that trend continue with this back hallway, especially with someone waiting directly on it? However, don't forget YT seems to have gone AFK. It's Os pushes back towards the hatch. Luckily for Realm 1, don't forget is not a bot just yet, and he might provide some good audio cover for them if he turns into a bot. It's Os waiting, is going to take out Splash, does not have a stim, however, so he's going to be eternally at 1 health. Goes to push out, does get some valuable damage off on Punisher, then gets taken out. Iced Over has no idea Bot Callum is behind him. Will he take out Bot Callum before he takes damage? Takes out Bot Callum, and also gains an Omen because of it. Tiger Claw drops in, takes out Touch, pushes into the point, takes out Plubra, gets taken out by Cyber as Tiger Claw takes out more and more. Iced Over on the back hallway. Now a 2v2, however, Realm 1 has the distinct health advantage as they have 2 full health players. Meanwhile, SunsetRavens has no stim and almost no health. Sleepy Fox. Oh, McLovin gets the kill off on Punisher. Full health kill. Nearly getting the kill off on Sleepy Fox as well on the blind fire. Sleepy Fox watching his flank does have a stim. SunsetRavens needs to play numbers. They need to play refrags. If one of them gets killed, they need to immediately push in. Sleepy Fox back at full. Better situation, however, he does not have EMP. That is super important for them to get. Nade out to the back, pushes him back behind. Sleepy Fox takes out Iced Over. A bit of a misplay from SunsetRavens. They could have just played patience. Now they've given Realm 1 a valuable 1v1 situation. This could go either way. Both players have omens. Both players don't have any throwables. It's all going to come down to who can get the most damage off. Sleepy Fox trying to push in, but McLovin takes out Sleepy Fox with his Spectral, actually, which does make sense. He does have a little more headshot damage with that Spectral, and at close distance, he knows exactly where he is. SunsetRavens suddenly now at a 5-3 lead. What direction could this go? I am really excited to see if Realm 1 can get this back, or if SunsetRavens is going to claim a victory for their team. We've had some ups and downs on both sides, but SunsetRavens has shown pretty consistently they operate very well under pressure. But so has Realm 1. Both teams, when their back is against the wall, seem to play their best. We had that comeback from Realm 1. We had that comeback from SunsetRavens. We'll see if Realm 1 can do another comeback or if they're done for the night. Iced Over, ready on the flank. Realm 1 seems to be going for just a standard push, but maybe a 2-3 actually, as they have Foam and Drone being pushed around. EMP is on the Droner. DMoonJ looking to push in. Iced Over is on the back hallway. Might push around to see if he can get a cheeky pickoff on the window. Does do so. He has a Vezin, but he does not get taken out nor take out anyone else, as DMoonJ is running a diversion for his team. Tux on the other side of the building. Very quickly we'll find out that there are 4 players on him. Splash and Punisher pushing out of storage. Tux has advantage here. Does take out Splash as Punisher takes out Tux and Itzos. And McLovin Cyber, as he tries to push back into the point, suddenly a 3K from Punisher turns the tables. Iced Over trying to push through, gets taken out by Punisher. 4K ace potential from Punisher. Plubra ready for the push in, gets pushed in on. Takes out the ace, but gets taken out by DMoonJ. Realm 1 claims the round off of SunsetRavens. And also, they keep 3 players alive, which is going to be very important for their economy, as if they had died, they would have been, you know, down to $200. But now they have 3 players above 3K who can save a lot of their money. Meanwhile, SunsetRavens is basically going bankrupt in order to buy anything they can. It all comes down to these rounds. Realm 1 needs 1 round to tie it up, and then if SunsetRavens gets this round, they need 2 rounds to get to OT. If we get to a 3rd OT, that is going to make my night. That would be fantastic to see. Iced Over hanging out downstairs. Realm 1 seems to be going for maybe a hatch play, actually. I don't know. A hatch play on this floor would be interesting. McLovin, Tux might catch them in the act, as he is nearby. They shoot out the windows downstairs. A double window into medical. Itzos takes out the drone immediately. A fantastic play by him. Will SunsetRavens be able to get this round off? DMoonJ pushing straight through. They don't. Hopefully they check behind the box. Itzos very riskily runs around and back into the point. McLovin upstairs will most likely try to flank out these Realm 1 players. Will he get back fast enough? Full medical control belongs to Realm 1. Wall is going down. Iced Over on the flank. Gets taken out by DMoonJ with that Vezin. That will be another valuable weapon. However, Tux is pushed down the stairs. Can he get back fast enough? Nade onto the back of the point. Plubra and Cyber here as well. There may be a flank in the works here from Tux, but Tux is taken out by DMoonJ. EMP going down as Tiger Claw takes out Cyber. Now it's just Plubra. Gets taken out by Splash, and Punisher takes out Itzos. And suddenly, we have a tied up game. And Realm 1 and A comes into this with a good amount of weaponry for Vezins. However, now they have 5 Vezins, and I believe we will have SunsetRavens also going into this with 5 Vezins, evening this up. Could be anyone's game. Realm 1 has been very, I'd say pretty strong on offense so far, getting some good clutches off. Can SunsetRavens contend? I want to take a look at the scoreboard real quick. We have 5 and 8 from Splash, 9 and 8 from Punisher, 10 and 9 from Iced Over. A lot of good kills spread throughout, but nobody really on a huge lead other than DMoonJ. Does have a 3.0 KD. He's only died once throughout this entire game so far, which is commendable. I don't know how he has that record. I actually believe maybe he joined late. I'm not quite sure. Splash is droning in for his team. Itzos getting live pinged out, but does take down the drone. Going for a blind fire, which he seems to be very good at. SunsetRavens playing fast and loose with a lot of their players. Unfortunately, they could. It's very risky play. Itzos gets flashed out, going for a blind fire. Very risky while you're flashed. Itzos gets pushed in on. Nade might take out Splash as well. Barely doesn't. Pushes out to get healed up. We have a flank from Moonjay on the other side of the building. Incendiary goes down. Suddenly, Realm 1 has full control over this point. Plubra takes out Sleepy Fox from inside the point. Iced Over trying to go for a wallbang. Does not get it off. Moonjay ready to push around. A nade goes down that nearly takes out Tiger Claw, but barely doesn't. Tiger Claw does not have a primed stim. Punisher is all the way upstairs. Moonjay ready on the other point. Might get seen by Cyber if he's not careful. He's pushing around, checking the flank for his team. Suddenly, Realm 1 is back together. Very good flank watch from Moonjay. Gets shot by his teammates. Hux is ready with Cyber. Oh, but gets taken out by Tux on a great peek from Tux. Realm 1 committed to pushing this B point. They have a lot of work to do to get in as Iced Over is ready with this Vezin on the wall. Tux and Plubra are ready to push out if need be. Splash does peek out. Does not get any hits. Iced Over takes out Tiger Claw and Punisher as they try to push in. Now it's just Splash who gets taken out by Plubra as he takes out Tux. Suddenly, SunsetRavens is set up very, very well. They've guaranteed themselves OT. It's all up to this round. If round 1 can get this round off, it'll be fantastic for them. But, oh my goodness, can SunsetRavens function under pressure? I'm excited to see what they can get done. This will be interesting. So, round 1 does have all Vezin. SunsetRavens has been knocked down a peg. They have an Aril and then $2,000 to work with. They don't have a full buy on their hands, so they have their work cut out for them. Round 1, going down all the money they can, buying everything they possibly can. They should make more use of those flashes, I feel. That flash was instrumental in taking out Os. Not that it won them the round, however, it would have been helping a lot. I'm surprised to not see a gun buy from It's Os. He's not AFK. He does go for a Kanat, okay. That's a good buy on ship. Not as good as it was before the rework, but still extremely good. Realm 1 is very spread out on their push. I'm not sure I would advise that. Hatch is opened up. Splash is going to be pushing through. We have Trips down, which will be seen by Splash immediately, I would say. Some wall bangs coming out. Realm 1 is dangerously spread out as far as I'm concerned. Itzo is pushing up in his back hallway. Splash takes out Plebra. Punisher takes out Itzos with that shotgun. Wall might be blown, which will take out the back line immediately. Iced Over has that wall blown behind him, but Tux manages to swing and take out one of those players. Iced Over takes out Sleepy Fox. Get that wall blown behind him. Punisher takes out McLovin. Tux. Iced Over pushes out, takes out Tiger Claw. Heads to take out Splash. Barely can't get it off. Punisher tries to push through. Gets taken out by Cyber. 1v2. Cyber gets taken out. Round 1 clutches this out to get to OT. And suddenly SunsetRavens is ahead on score. They will be able to choose their side as they did last time. It all comes down to this. 3 overtimes in one matchup is crazy to have. I'm so glad this season we added OT. I mean, in the past, this would have been so sad. You know, we would have had 3 ties. 18 to 18 would just be unfulfilling. This is a match for the ages, folks. 3 overtimes, equally matched teams as far as I can see. And now it all comes down. Everything comes down to this last round. Even on utility, even on weapons, even on economy. Now it's just gunplay, how they use their utility, and what side they're on. Ship is going to be this last round, and it's going to be an exciting one. Realm 1 looking to push in on navigation. They're trying to go in confidently. They have 3 Vezins pushing straight through. Prox gets set off. Immediate wallbangs come out from SunsetRavens, trying to get any hits they can. No hits traded between these two teams so far. Door blocker is now down. Wall is foamed. A lot of utility on both sides. They'll trade out. Most like an info dump is about to happen. Info dump happening now. No one dead just yet. A lot of hits traded. Hatch is open up, but Splash is pushing from the other side. This is a dangerous play from Realm 1. They're splitting their players up, which did handicap them in the past. Pushing towards B. Plubra is still in this B point now, knowing there are people coming over because he has sound cues. McLovin Cyber is over with him. Realm 1 tried to get a sneaky rotate off, but they just barely couldn't. They don't get to the point fast enough. Now suddenly, 5 Sunset Raven players covering this point. It all comes down to this push. Demunjay does get incendiaried out. Tiger Claw looks to push in, gets hit quite a bit. Splash takes out McLovin Tux. There's no throwables. EMP goes down. 45 seconds left in the matchup. Splash takes out 2 players. Plumber takes out Tiger Claw. Atos takes out Sleepy Fox. 3v3. 30 seconds left on the clock. Punisher in the point. It all comes down to this. Can Sunset Ravens get these kills? Sunset Ravens, Cyber takes out Punisher. Demunjay and Splash are not set up to block off this push. They push up towards the EMP. Splash takes out Atos. Plubra takes out Cyber. Demunjay has to get this kill. Sunset Ravens 7-6. They are your series winners. What an exciting what an exciting matchup between these two teams. I'm so happy to have been here to experience it. It has been a wonder to watch so far. I cannot overstate how exciting it was to see these two teams battle it out. Oh my goodness. That's gotta hurt for Realm 1, but not too bad, honestly. They played extremely well. They just barely couldn't clutch it out. Sunset Ravens needs to give themselves a pat on the back. The clutches and everything else that got them up to this point, both teams played exceptionally well. Obviously, we had some unfortunate TKs from Sunset Ravens, but that didn't stop them from becoming the series winners. What a match, folks. It has been one for the ages. Just clutch after clutch after clutch. No rest for me. We had one timeout, but otherwise, we were just going straight into it. What an exciting matchup, and I'm so glad these two teams got matched up. They had such an interesting time playing. I hope you all had the same experience as I did, that this was super entertaining, super close. Oh my goodness. 3 overtimes between these two teams. Arctic, Factory, Ship, decided by 1 round each on equal footing other than side. I can't overstate how exciting this was. Regardless, Realm 1 will finish this out, will win this for their... Apologies, folks. I'm all riled up. Sunset Ravens will finish this out, will win this for their team. We see that ace from Itzos popping back up from Damn. Some of these clutches on these clips, getting these off to win Sunset Ravens the match. Congratulations to these two teams. It was super, super fun. I want to take a quick moment to thank Triangle Factory for, one, sponsoring VRML. It's been super exciting to be partnered with a game company who is just so, excited to be working with a lot of their players and a lot of the organizations. They're really enthusiastic about working with us, and we're just so happy to be working with them. They've provided, cash prizes for some of these leagues. They've provided skins for VRML, including the official VRML skin, along with the finalist skins. They've been a huge fun to, get, and a huge fun to work with, especially with the upcoming VRML con. They've contributed to the prize pool, and I believe they have contributed quite a bit into, helping us get this to happen. So a big thanks to Triangle Factory for creating this amazing game and, just letting us play together. I also want to thank you, the viewer, for watching and keeping the lights on. It's without you, we would not be able to, do this the same. We'd not be able to have such an engaging community. It's been so nice to have everyone here and supporting these teams and these players throughout their journey. Regardless, I believe that's going to be it for me tonight over on the VRML network channel for Breachers VRML. This has been Plague Doctor, your host for this stream, SunsetRavens versus Realm 1. I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you on the next cast. It's going to be an exciting one. Have a great night.
Breachers VRML is brought to you by Helga, the esports manager, Triangle Factory. Thanks for watching VRML.